Today we're looking at 20 rare pennies that sold recently in 2021. So welcome back to Couch Collectibles. Hope you guys are having an awesome day as always. If you guys are new, feel free to check out all the other coin and collectible videos here on the channel. As always, let's just hop into this one. Alright, starting off first here with the 1912 wheat cent. Now this Lincoln penny here has been double struck with that second strike being 20% off center, which will give it, you know, a good amount of value. Of course, you could see that the design of the penny has been double struck. This coin here ended up selling for over $525. We'll look at some more modern pennies here as we go. This is a 1936 doubled die obverse Lincoln wheat cent. Now the doubling is going to take place here on the lettering of the coin as well as the date 1936 itself. So on all your 1936 pennies, you want to look for doubling on the front of the coin. Now this coin is not in very good condition at all. It's graded at an extra fine 45, so it's not a mint state grade coin that we typically look at in some of our other penny videos. You know, had this coin been in better condition, it would have sold for a lot more money. But in this condition, it still sold for around $190. So not too bad. So if you guys inherited coin collections and things like that, always look out for the double die obverse on your 1936 pennies. Moving right along to a 1942 wheat penny. Now here on the front looks very normal, but here on the reverse of the coin is where we see that large planchet lamination. Wow, that is taking up, you know, a majority of the coin there on the reverse. You know, some laminations can be very small where the planchet's cracking and stuff, but in this case, it's going to be a more desirable type of one because how large it is, you know, how much it's taking up of the coin. So this coin did sell for around $95, so not super valuable, but still a very cool coin. Now here is a 1943 steel penny that has been struck 12% off center. It is graded by PCGS at an AU 58, and this coin sold for $480. Can't beat that. You can look for off centers on all kinds of different coins as well, not just, you know, 1943 pennies. Here's a 1945 wheat penny that has been broad struck with an obverse brockage. So we'll see that clearly in the image displayed on the right and left side of this coin. This penny ended up selling for a little over $90 as well. So let's move on here to the 1958 D mint mark that was struck 60% off center. This coin sold for $240 and it's graded by PCGS at a mint state 63 brown. Next up is a 1958 Lincoln cent that has been struck onto a Cuban 1 centavo blank planchet. So this is struck on a foreign planchet, of course, and this coin is graded by NGC at an AU 53. This penny ended up selling for $660. So always be checking your pennies in your collection. Now here's a 1959 D mint mark that was double struck. Of course, we could see that there on the left side of the coin. You can actually see the 1959 date there as well. This penny ended up selling for over $560. Moving right along to a 1961 D mint mark. From a distance, it doesn't look like much, but as we zoom in here, you'll actually see that the coin has been double struck and that design being flipped over. So you'll see the reverse design coming through here on the front of the coin, the obverse of the coin. You'll actually see the word 1 there at the top to the right of Lincoln, and then you'll see that line from the building of the reverse of the coin there going through Lincoln's face and head. And as we go here and flip to the reverse, you'll see the outline of Lincoln, his face there on the reverse of the coin. So that is a very, very awesome type of error. This coin sold for over $285. It is graded by PCGS at a mint state 61 red. So always check those pennies closely. Now here's a 1961 Lincoln cent that was struck onto a 10-cent planchet. So this is going to be struck onto a silver Roosevelt dime planchet, and that's why this coin sold for over $500. Next up is a 1969 D mint mark that has been double struck and rotated in collar. So we'll actually see the double strike of the obverse design here on the obverse with that design being rotated. So you'll see the word Liberty going through Lincoln's forehead there. You'll see the word Trust here at the bottom of the coin. To the bottom left of the date or underneath Lincoln's chest there. And then here on the reverse of the coin, you'll see the reverse design double struck and rotated. Very obvious there. This coin here ended up selling for over $335. And it is graded by PCGS at an AU55, so had this been a mint state grade, it could have sold upwards into the thousands. Now here is a 1971 S mint mark, a Lincoln cent, that has been struck 50% off center. I know you guys don't like seeing a lot of off centers in the same video, but these have all sold in 2021, actually this month in April, and this coin ended up selling for $120 at a mint state 64 red grade. Now here's the 1982 large date copper. Alright, so for everyone that asked about 1982 pennies, I have multiple videos on that, but what you want to look for is the 1982 small date D mint mark copper penny that weighs, 3.1 grams. But in this case, this is just saying that it's the large date copper. It's not valuable because of that. This coin actually has a die break that we see here at the bottom of the coin. It's a very small die break, which we also refer to as cuds. Some could be much larger and take up a large portion of the coin. This one's really small, so the coin only sold for around $50. So not really worth having that coin graded. Next up is a 1990 Lincoln cent that was struck 10% off center, and it also has that planchet split there as well. That's a very cool type of mint error. This coin here sold for over $110. Next up is another 1990 Lincoln cent that has been double struck with that second strike being off center, and this penny ended up selling for $180. Moving right along to a 2000 Lincoln cent that has not only been double struck but has also been broad struck, which we'll see around the rim of the coin. Very awesome type of mint error, graded by Annex at a mint state 64 red brown, and this penny sold for a little over $80 US. Next up is another 2000 Lincoln cent that has been broad struck with an indent there, taking up the majority of the obverse of the coin there, and this coin here ended up selling for around $125. Here is another brockage here taking place on the obverse of this coin. Look at that, no date, of course. That is just an awesome type of mint error there. This coin ended up selling for over $400. Here's another no dated Lincoln cent that has a defective planchet, so it's not damaged, it's actually a mint error. This coin sold for $600. Can you believe that? 600 bucks for that. And then here is a Lincoln cent that has no date, that is not only struck off center, but it also has a die clash or clashed dies, which we'll see the pillars from the reverse of the coin there to the left of Lincoln's head. That design coming through there, that is the die clash. Now you can have, clash dies on a normal penny without it being off center, but this is like a 2-for-1 deal. It has off center and clash dies, and this penny sold for over $70. Alright guys, don't forget to subscribe in the middle, check out the videos to the left of me, and until tomorrow, I'll see you guys in the comment section below. This is Couch Collectibles, and this is where I disappear.